What's up, guys? Good morning. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Haoma_KE, and thank you guys for the love and support that you've shown me through my videos. If you're new here, kindly please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and if you're a returning subscriber, please comment to this video, like and share the video. It is a bright Saturday morning in the village, and today I'm going to do several chores in my compound. So I'll be doing some pruning of my flowers. Here in the village, you just have to learn how to do most of the things by yourself, because most of the time it is very hard to get someone to do it for you. Because they do it at a fee, but at the end of the day you get disappointed at what they have done. So today I just decided to do it by myself because I'm used to doing it. So in this video I'll be pruning my flowers. I'll also be going to the posho mill to mill my maize flour. The maize flour I'll be using for eating ugali for a whole week, for 2 weeks or a whole week plus. And also I'll be making some pizza for my family. So stay tuned as you watch this video, and give this video a like, comment to the video so that we can interact during the video, and you'll be blessed. So I'm done with the pruning, and now let me clean the compound, and then I'll throw all this dirt in the bananas, because they will act as mulching for the bananas. Now the sun was too bright, so I decided to get some sugarcane so that I can be refreshed. The sugarcane are not doing so well in the farm, but we've been eating them for a long time, but I need to uproot them and then replant them because they're too old. So it seems like they're not performing too well, and they're becoming too hard to even chew. So let me get some sugarcane and eat with my children, and also eat it because the sun is too bright today. I don't know if it will rain, but I'm hoping it rains, but I'm also not so fascinated about it raining right now, because it will destroy the pattern of the rains. So let me eat my sugarcane, and then so now most of the things that I do here in my home, I've learned from my mom. And I remember when we were small, my mom used to tell us that if you do not put your maize on the sun, the flour will be cold. So when you're cooking your ugali will not be ready faster, or the ugali would feel like it has not cooked well. So first I need to remove the dust, because I harvest a lot of maize, and so we use the machines to remove the maize from the cobs, and so they end up mixing with a lot of dust and a lot of small cobs in the maize. So I just have to winnow my maize first to remove the dust, and then I'm going to put it on the sun so that it can get some heat or dry up a little more, because it has stayed in the store for a while, since around August 2024. So that's a long time in the store. So before I take it to the posho mill, I have to remove some dust, and then I have to dry it first on the sun so that I can go and mill it to the posho mill. The sun was hot today, so it's an advantage to me today, because I'll just need for like an hour only on the sun, and it will be ready, and I'll be able to take it to the posho mill. Because if it was not sunny, it will spend a lot of time outside before I've taken it to the posho mill. And so this amount of maize will be enough for us, for the family, for like a whole for a week plus, because we use we eat ugali most of our times, because here in Kenya ugali is our staple food. So I didn't record going to the posho mill, but this is the maize flour that I got from that maize that I had removed from my store. So this will be enough for us and my family. So that's enough, and it is enough for us. So today we were lucky enough to get some rain, and it is funny because we always get rains. Our rains schedule start from March, that is in Western Kenya, but funny enough we got a lot of rains today after I got from the posho mill, and even my ducks were very happy to see the rains. So it was very refreshing having rain during February, but we are thankful to God, because the rains are a blessing to us, and we are always thankful to have the rains. And so for supper, I decided to make some pizza for my family, because my children insisted I make pizza, because we've taken some time before eating some pizza in the home, and I prefer making my own pizza, because if you compare buying and making, I prefer making mine, because I'll put all the ingredients that I want. So today I wanted to put even pineapples as a top on my toppings, but I couldn't get the pineapples in the local market here. So I've used 2 cups of wheat flour, and also I'll use the instant dry yeast, only 1 tablespoon of instant dry yeast, because I prefer instant dry yeast, because I don't have to put it inside water. I don't have to dissolve it on water before mixing it with flour. So I use the instant dry yeast. And then for the salt, I use both. I can just put dry salt on the mixture and mix well, or I put it in water and then mix with water well, and then now mix inside the flour. So there are 2 ways that I do it on mixing salt with my mixture of flour and yeast. So I'll mix it with salt well. Make sure you mix well, because the purpose of mixing it very well is to make it all the flour will get all the proportions right with all the ingredients inside. So you have to mix it so well so that it mixes inside all the flour. And I'm going to use 2 tablespoons of cooking oil. It depends with what you want. Me, I always say there is no right method of making your dough to be well, because even if you get a person making for chapati, you get somebody using a lot of cooking oil, others don't use a lot of cooking oil, others use cooking fat, others use butter. So it depends with your preference. So me, I'll just put 2 tablespoons of cooking oil, and then I'll mix well. Mix well with your hands. I do it with my hands, even for the chapatis and for the mandazis. I make sure I do it with my hands. You can also use margarine or you can use butter if you want, but mix it well so that it mixes well with the flour. And then I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of sugar. So almost except for mandazi, for the chapati and for the pizza dough, I always put sugar and salt. That's what I was taught by my mother. You put sugar and salt, and with time I've realized when you put sugar and salt in between, it will balance the tastes of that dough. So it is probably the best decision to put sugar and salt. And then in my mixture, I'm going to put 1 cup of water, but you can just be adding gradually so that you do not put a lot of water or less water. So I'll be adding gradually to the mixture and make sure that the mixture gets enough water. And do not put a lot of water and not too little, so that the mixture cannot be too hard or not too soft. And after the mixture is well done, the dough is well done, I'm going to put another 2 tablespoons of oil so that the mixture can be softer. Now, the secret about dough is kneading. Make sure you knead your dough as much as possible. That is my secret about my dough, because even if I cook chapati, even if I cook my pizza dough, I always make sure that I knead it so well. And for the pizza, I'll also put it on the surface and start pulling. You knead and then you pull the dough. You knead and then you pull the dough. So when you do that, you're able to make it softer, and it will rise even faster. So this is what I do for this dough. I'll do it until for like a minute, just a minute. A minute is enough. So just do like that, and then I'm going to let it rest for like 20 minutes, and then I'll start cooking my toppings. So for my toppings, I'm using beef, and I make sure I cook my beef well until they are golden brown, and then I'm going to add the onions. The purpose of cooking my beef well or my toppings so well is because this pizza I'm eating with my children, and anytime they get a raw thing on their pizza, they do not eat it. So I prefer cooking my toppings well. So I'll make sure the onions are sauteed well, they're cooked well, and then I'm going to add my garlic. With pizza topping, you can add any spice you want. So me, I put not too much spice and not too little. So I just put in the middle. I'm going to use the garlic. I'll put the garlic. You know, the purpose of putting the garlic later is because garlic cooks faster. And if you put together with onions, they are going to burn faster. So I just make sure they are just not too cooked, they're not burnt. And then I'm going to add the tomatoes, the green bell peppers, and the red bell peppers. So I'm just going to chop them in cubes this time, and then I'm going also to chop them in strips, the green bell peppers and the red bell peppers. So I put the tomatoes to make my my toppings soggy just a little bit. Not the it should not be too dry. So the salt, I'm just going to add it to taste. So I add the salt, and also I'm going to add black pepper, and also I'll add any other spice that I would wish to be in this topping. So I added rosemary for in my toppings, and that will be enough. So now my dough is ready. I divided the dough into 2 sections, and I'm going to have 2 large pizzas here. So I make sure I've made the dough, and then I had prepared my baking tray. I do not have the pizza tray, the round one, but I use what I have. So I make sure the pizza dough has fit inside the tray. And I didn't make the tomato paste, but I'm going to use the one that I bought at the shop. So sometimes I make mine with the tomatoes and other spices, but today I'm using the tomato paste that I bought. So make sure you spread the tomato paste around the dough, and then I spread some cheese. I've used the mozzarella cheese I had grated earlier. So make sure you spread the cheese all corners of the dough. And then I'm going to put my toppings. You remember I had cooked the toppings earlier, so that's what I use for toppings. I would have wished to also have the pineapples on tops. It tastes so well when the pineapples are there, but today I'm just going to use what I have. I had beef and the bell peppers and tomatoes, so that's what I'm going to use. And then after I've done that, I'm going to put the tomatoes on top, and then again another round of cheese on top. So that's how I do my pizza. It's simple and it's refreshing and nice and very delicious when you do it this way. And so I'm just going to place the tomatoes just randomly. No particular pattern I'm using, just randomly, so that it covers the whole pizza. And then I'll put the cheese on top. After putting the cheese on top, make sure I cover almost everywhere, because we are having 2 pizzas. So this is the first round of the pizza, then I'm going to do the second round. That will be enough for my family. So I'll also place some cheese on top again. Now, the beauty about cheese, mozzarella cheese, it tastes so nice. With my children, they accept it. At first, we use cheddar. Then I was told cheddar is good for burgers, and the mozzarella is good for the pizza. So I had preheated the oven at 180 degrees. And so I'm going to bake it for around 30 minutes, and after 30 minutes it will be ready. And enjoy. It was so nice and so delicious, and the crust was so nice. It wasn't it wasn't hard. It was so soft, like you can see it was so soft. So thank you for watching this video, and see you in my next video. Bye.